Oh, Cedar. Yes, the old coot here coming back at you with another exciting video talking about the two great combinations that combine great together. Method cleaning products, right, which is basically more environmentally friendly than some of the other stuff that's out there. This is basically based on what is it? Plant protein, like plant type stuff. I think there's citric acid in here. That's basically the primary cleaning ingredient. You can see real quick on the back label. I've shown this before in other videos. So if you want to kind of see what's in there, you kind of get a sense of what's going on. Water, right? Glucose, all that good stuff. You kind of get an idea. But it does not use petroleum-based products, which is what a lot of other cleaners do. Those petroleum-based products might strip away the waxes and the protective coatings that are on your tile. So I like using this stuff because it's a little safer. It's a little less aggressive, right, on your tile, on your surfaces. But also it does pretty much the same job, if not better. So that's why I like the Method stuff. Okay, Cedar. This is the Cedar mop, spin mop bucket thingamajiggy. This is one version, right? The other version that I was talking about has two compartments. One is to rinse the mop, get the dirty water. Then there's another compartment that basically has clean water in your soap, which then that way you don't have to mix the water, the dirty water with the clean water. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. The way this whole thing works is you fill up your bucket, I would say maybe like a quarter of the way up. You don't need a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot. And then what I do is with the Method, I've actually used this twice. So I would say out of one bottle, maybe you could get like 10 uses, 12 uses out of this. And this would cover, like I would say this area is about maybe 10 feet by 7 feet, right? 6 feet or so, something like that, give or take. I would do a kitchen. I can do my living room. I can do my apartment bathroom and maybe like one more area if I had to. So like I said, a little bit goes a long way. If you're going to do your whole house, I would just use a little bit more product. You know, you're going to have to kind of experiment and see what works and what doesn't work. And it also depends on the frequency of when you mop, how often you mop, what time of day you mop, right? If you mop in the mornings before all the mess starts, right? You have kids, you have pets, you have animals, whatever. You know, you kind of get a sense of what's going on there. So with that being said, first step in the process is get a good broom and a dustpan and go ahead and sweep up the area, sweep up any loose crumbs or particles, especially like in your kitchen. You know, if you're going to have like food spilling on the floor, that kind of vibe. So broom and a dustpan goes a long way. Once you've swept the area, then you can go ahead and start mopping. So like I said, I use about like one good long squirt of this in the bucket, and then I fill the bucket up about a quarter. I would say about like a quarter of the way, so you can kind of see what's going on there. There's your Cedar, right? About a quarter of the way and you're good to go. Okay, so the way this whole thing works is quarter of the bucket, right? Fill it with water. One good nice squeeze of this right in there. And then what you do is you basically stick your mop side, right? Get it to drain out a little bit. And then put it in here. And then I'm doing this in my sandals, by the way. Okay, and then what happens is there's a little foot pump down there, right? There's a little foot pedal. What you do is just gently press. Don't squeeze the mop too hard. Just let it kind of spin around. And as you can see right there, it'll squeeze out the excess water. And now you've wrung out your mop. So now you can go ahead and mop. And I've already done that side pretty much. But I'm just going to show you all with one hand. Pretty easy to use. It does get into those little nooks and crannies underneath your oven, your refrigerator. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. It goes into the corners, which is kind of nice. But basically, once you've done like a certain area, a certain section, you know, I would say the mop head itself does have good water retention, but it's just enough to kind of moisten, right? Keep everything moist. But at the same time, it does a good job of cleaning. So right now I'm picking up all that gook, that, you know, dropped food particles, whatever, you know, if you have pets or pet dander, that kind of stuff. Hopefully the broom and the dustpan gets most of that. And then the mop comes in and basically finishes the job. I'm going to mop the floor with this cleaning project today. Okay, so the next thing you do is you basically go back into your water, right? You do one of these, kind of get it all in there, and then basically do another drain. Right, and I know what a lot of you are thinking, but let me get to that in a second. So basically then you spin, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so big question, right? Why isn't there clean water and dirty water? There is a separate version of the Cedar line that is like that. It's one bucket with 2 compartments. I'll put a link down below in the description if that's really what you're going for. I find this works great. Yeah, I guess the further along in the process that I go, the more I'm reusing some of that dirty water. But you know what? The method does a good job of cleaning. It's all the same. As long as you have clean floors, that's all that matters. As long as you mop, I should say, at least, you know, try to mop as frequently as you can. Maybe like once a day would be ideal. That's like the perfect situation. But I would say once every few days. You know, it depends how often you use the area. What are you using the area for? You know, is it in the bathroom? Do you have boys that are going to be peeing all over the floor? You know, that kind of vibe. Oh, by the way, quick tip or trick. If you do have that urine staining action going on, like in your toilet, maybe your dog is using your toilet like to pee on the side of it and the dog's urine goes out. The best way to get rid of that smell is use some of this Method squirt mop stuff, and then also use, I would say maybe about a quarter of a cup of hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen peroxide mixed in, all that will get rid of that urine odor smell. So there you go. That's the reason why you watch these videos. That's why this channel exists. Highest quality we can find, lowest prices, all these tips or tricks that you get on this channel. That's why I'm asking everyone to check out those links down below in the description, also in the comment section. That's basically my spiel on the Method cleaning products, right? If you want to see what's in there, it basically uses a high concentration of like citric acid, not petroleum based. Petroleum products are horrendous on your surfaces. Petroleum based products basically strip away that protective coating. If you ever notice like you had a shiny floor and then all of a sudden it's not shiny anymore, it's starting to get dull and dull the more you use those petroleum based products, guess what? Those petroleum based products are basically stripping off that linoleum, that shellac, that all that good protective coating. This stuff doesn't do that. Method does not strip away the protective coating that's on those tiles. By the way, the smell is insanely delicious. This is the lemon ginger. They do have other scents. I'll put all those links down below there in the description, also in the comment section. This will also be in the Amazon storefront. But once again, Cedar for making a great product. This is definitely Old Coot product review approved. And check out the links down below, and I'll catch you all in the next exciting video.